Hello, this is Katie at HB Risk. This video is to review the overview page and each of its inputs. We'll start with the model overview information. We're required to include a model name, the reference number, project engineer, PE license number, and notes are optional fields for your own information. Notice that the client and project location information is pulled automatically into the model from the projects page. Moving on to the building information, where the core of the model information is. Notice that the building type information is defined in each principal direction of the building to allow for the case where different systems are used in each direction. The building type is defined both by the building material and the structural system. In this example, we'll go ahead and work with a model that is consistent in each direction. Next, we must input the design year. If the building is in design currently, use the present year. If you're reviewing an existing building, the design year may be in the past. The total building area is provided in square feet. The number of stories must be provided as well, and a suggestion of 13 feet for the story height is provided. Like all other default values in SP3, we could choose to overwrite this story height if we like. Finally, we select the occupancy type and risk category. Let's switch the occupancy to healthcare. Notice that the risk category was immediately updated, as was the default cost per square foot. The cost per square foot is dependent on building size and purpose. It's also required to be provided in present dollars. That concludes the basic model overview inputs, but we also have the option to dive into the Advanced Options tab. Building dimensions can be specified here. Notice that SP3 has assumed our building is symmetric in plan. We can adjust this dimension. Note that the opposite dimension will adjust to maintain the total building area we provided above. Let's take a look at the replacement values. The total loss due to seismic damage is measured as a ratio of the repair cost to replacement cost. Thus, the building replacement cost is an important number. Here, the total replacement cost is dependent upon the cost per square foot provided above. In the case where your building is completely destroyed, you may choose to include demolition cost, which is calculated as a percentage of the total replacement cost, or not. However, please note that the loss will always be normalized by the replacement cost without demolition. The total loss threshold is the ratio of repair cost to total building replacement cost at which we will consider the building destroyed. The default is 100% of the replacement cost. However, it depends on your building. For example, a historic building may be repaired even when its repair costs exceed 100%, but a modern commercial building may be replaced if its damage exceeds 70% of the replacement cost. The replacement time per floor is dependent upon the building size. This is used when the building has been destroyed. If the building has not been completely destroyed, the repair cost is calculated based on the building damage and by applying the maximum number of workers prescribed by the FEMA P58 methodology. Finally, we have the fragility cost multipliers. I mentioned that the building replacement time is prescribed in current dollars. The fragility losses are based on numbers from California in 2011. So we must employ a location cost multiplier. In some locations, construction is more or less expensive than in California. The default date cost multiplier is provided assuming inflation at 3%. Naturally, you can dial in these values further if you have information more accurate to your specific project. I hope this has given you a better handle on the overview page. As always, if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.